What's up, everybody? This is your boy Tony Henry with Real Man Be Talking podcast, and I got my brothers, my cousins right next to me. Who we got?
This is James.
This is BJ.
This is Mr. Hickman.
And this is where every man has a story, and this is ours, man. So,
This is ours.
we've been doing really good with these conversations, and our last episode we left off with a conversation about roles in marriage. It has been a real huge topic in social media. A lot of podcasts are talking about it because we're literally living in a time where, this, I guess, this feminist movement, this real, all women can do all things, and it's just really just, I don't know. It's getting kind of weird out here in these streets between politics, between what's going on in the world. You got these wars between men and women, and it's just not sitting well with me. Is it sitting well with y'all?
Man, I got a real life story. I don't think we did one of these in a while, but
Okay.
Saturday morning.
This sounds like a
real
good
life.
one.
So obviously, like we were out of town like a week or so ago. We had a business trip, and we needed to get the house in order before we left. We did that. Came back, it was a mess. So all that week, my wife was like, "Okay, we're gonna clean up the house and do things around the house."
Hold on, wait. You went on this business trip by
So
yourself?
we went together.
Okay,
We went
all
on a
right.
trip together, so we kind of tidied things up together. But normally we always do that. That's kind of like been our thing. We would clean up together and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't like to clean up. Like I don't feel like that's my role in our marriage to clean up.
Ooh.
So Saturday morning,
Spicy.
Was
Put a
like-
pin right there. We coming back to
hey,
that.
we got to come back to
Put
that.
a
So
pin.
Saturday morning, she's like, "Okay, you need to wake up so we can clean up the house." And I'm like, "I'm not cleaning up the house. I can clean up the house on my own. You should be able to clean up the house on your own." And then that just went way left.
Nuclear.
You know who you married before.
It
we
feels
got
nuclear.
Together, and you've always helped. So we're gonna do this, and this is a part of unity. And I'm like, but I can go out here and clean up. You should be able to go out here and clean up. Oh, that took it to a whole nother level. And to the point where like the kids heard us kind of like arguing back and forth. And I'm like, are we really arguing about cleaning up the house? Because I feel like that's the woman's role to clean up. And she said, well, in the Bible, women had maids and we ain't got no maids.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like, well, hire a maid.
You
So
said that?
I was like, well, just hire a maid if we talking about like biblically. She was like, well, that's not the point. So we just argued, back and forth because, a part of me was like, no, I'm finna stand my ground. Like, I'm not finna clean up today. I feel like you should clean up the house. So that was my real life story. Obviously, Saturday morning did not go well. I mean, we ended up making up, but it was still.
What was the makeup part about? Like,
He had to clean up.
Hey, look. So, no, I didn't clean up Saturday.
What was the
Look,
resolution?
I did not
How
clean
did
up
this
Saturday.
end? How did this end?
I did some
Saturday.
cleaning on
He did
Sunday.
not clean up.
Did some cleaning on Sunday.
Sunday, different
Sunday.
story.
hey, that
Yeah.
was a good comment
It was
right
a
there.
different story on
But-
Sunday, but Saturday he did not.
Look,
clean
man,
up.
because look, my heart is I want to be helpful. Like
Yeah.
I know, obviously, like I wasn't like, hey, you're just gonna be a housewife. I'm gonna chip in. I'm gonna help. But sometimes I'm like, I want to sleep in. I'm not finna get up and clean. Like I'm saying no. And what you gonna do? And when I say no, it's like you're not selling me no. We need to do this together. So
I
that
think we're
was
coming-
So-
my Saturday morning.
I think
about
we're coming up
roles.
on this buzzword though that seems to fit right along with your Saturday situation, which is accountability.
Accountability.
Oh, yeah.
So
that is like the social media buzzword, especially in relationship to women. For whatever reason, it's been on my feed almost every day. It's like accountability. Women be like, "What?"
So-
they don't understand it.
So y'all want to hear mine for today?
Let's do it.
Okay,
got one
mine
too?
was today,
Okay.
right? I wanted to go play basketball this morning,
Mhm.
right? I told my wife 2 days ago, I gave her a heads up on how my day was gonna go.
Oh, you
Communication.
created your own schedule.
Well, here's the thing. Here,
You thought that was gonna work. Like, I got my own schedule.
It's planned.
Right.
It's
I
planned.
don't want to plan your day. I don't want to plan your day. Wait, what are you going? Where you going? Where you think you're going? I just told you I was going somewhere.
okay,
Yeah,
listen.
right.
So I said this to her because I have orders that got to get done, and I know
For your business.
for my business,
Mhm.
right?
I thought
So
somebody was giving you orders. Okay.
I had to clarify.
Yeah, clarify.
so my Mondays are like super busy because I made a commitment to on Mondays. That was like a detox for me.
Mhm.
I have an anticipation of going to play basketball. I don't work literally 5 days straight, and I'm on go. Like I need a day to where it's just me,
Yeah.
to where I can like get all of it out of me,
Yeah.
all this energy that I have, get it out of me, so that way I can get some type of refreshing before I have to start my Wednesday. And Tuesdays is like nothing for me
Mhm.
because I try to get everything done, especially with the podcast. Like all of these things are going on for Monday, so I'm not thinking about my wife.
Mm.
Respectfully, I'm not. I'm being honest. So I'm thinking about all the stuff I got to
Your
get
day.
done. So yeah, I was like, yeah, babe, I got to I'm about to go. I told her to this boy. All of a sudden, she was like, but I don't want to be stuck in the house. Okay. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Mhm.
But I don't want to be stuck in the house. All right, cool. All right. Now my brother's calling me saying, seeing where I'm at, because I was supposed to be at the gym with them.
Mhm.
I don't even pick up the phone. Go ahead and pick up the phone. You know you want to answer it.
Mm.
Okay, I'm making a commitment to stop all I'm doing for me and you to literally come up with a game plan so that way we both can win in this situation. Even though I told you I already had something to do
Ahead of time.
for today ahead of time. You didn't even think to say, well, babe, I have something to do too. Can we work together when I brought it up to you?
Right.
But you wait till I'm about to go do something. Needless to say, we got into a whole hour and a half back and forth
So
this
you didn't even
morning.
get to go play.
I didn't get a chance to go
Oh,
play.
man.
I ain't got a chance to go play at all. I literally was like, well, God, no. And then back on that accountability part, because my wife loves to plan, like she want to plan everything out. She want to plan content. She want to plan how she put a hairstyle together. She want to do all this stuff. So I literally asked her, I said, okay, cool. I'm not the one that's going to sit here and plan. I'm the one that's going to say, let's do this. You plan it out.
Right.
I asked her, I said, hey, babe, do you like to plan stuff? Where's this question going?
Mm.
Where is this going? Like,
What that
why
got to
are
do
you
with
trying to ask me that question? I'm just asking you a direct question. Do you like to plan things? Like, I'm asking you. I need to just say yes or no. It took her 20 minutes to not answer the question. So I had to rephrase it. Okay. Do you like doing this? Because if so, can you do this while I'll give the instructions?
Right.
So that way we don't have to go with this
Be
back
like
and forth,
misaligned.
like bringing up all. So we literally spent an hour and a half today just, yeah, man.
Why I gotta go there though? Like I don't.
It don't
why
have
does it have to
to.
go there?
It don't have to.
What are let me
It
see.
don't
What are
have
we
to.
doing that's making it go there? Because I don't want to put it on them. I can easily say, "Hey, you
Well,
know,
it's not necessarily that we're doing anything. We just we are less about the details and more about the action, and they're more about the details and less about the action.
but let
for
me
lack of better term.
let me add this because
It's just
no,
reality.
because this is like I play ball too, so it's like so now you planned this day for yourself. Right?
I want to clarify. Did she agree? No, just for context. When you said it, was it like I'm doing this and then you turn around and walked away, or
No.
was it I'm doing this?
No,
Do you
I
understand?
said-
Are
I
you
said-
cool with that?
No.
She didn't give no rebuttal. She agreed.
Because here's the thing. She saw that I had orders, and I've been telling her all week, I
Nah,
got to
I
get
get
these
you.
orders.
Right.
So, babe, on Monday, this is what I got to
What was her
get done.
response?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Okay.
I hear you. I'm good with it.
Okay.
So on that day,
it turns out I don't
it
want to be
wasn't
here.
it wasn't
not
okay.
good.
So I'm like, okay. I'm
I just needed
literally
that
like,
context.
I'm like you. I'm like, come on.
So then, like, we stay, right? You don't go play ball, and
Because
now
you're trying to keep the
unhappy.
peace.
You're unhappy.
last week I didn't even go play because the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
feel
So
you,
it's
man.
like,
Mm.
what do you what
That's dying
can
to self
what do
right
you?
there.
So then I
You said, what
offer
do you do?
solutions. What do you say?
I said that's kind of dying to yourself
Nah,
right there.
see, nah,
Not,
that's
I'm not
different.
saying that it's
No, I struggled with this, bro.
you doing
Like, for real.
that's real time.
I
Hey,
struggle
that
with
is
this
real
'cause,
time.
I want to go play ball. Like, I want to go have my me time. But when I think about dying to self, okay, let me put that on the back burner. Let me stay home. Let me help. Let me do this, do that. And then I'm finding myself angry and grumpy. 'Cause
Stressed, worn out.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling me. I'm not doing what I want to do.
not only are you not doing what you want to do, you doing what everybody else wants you to do, and it's like, well, God, dog, is anybody thinking about me? Daddy, I'm hungry. Can you get us something to eat? Can you do this? Can you do that? But the moment that you ask for something, it's like, well, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
Now you just mad at the world now. You mad at everybody in the house.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
Mad at everybody. 'Cause
Y'all don't have no stories like that.
I know they got stores like
Oh,
that.
they
And
do.
and Bud just
none
talk
of
about-
that-
good.
none of that
Ah,
I
yeah,
can
they
think
good.
of. Of course I get.
You
Of course
know.
I got stories.
So then tell it, 'cause
I'm just saying I don't got one off the top of my head to think about. Y'all talking about stuff that just happened
like it
2
literally.
days ago, so it's on the
Like,
top of
it's
the
fresh.
dome. I would
Like,
have to.
I've been in your city. Oh, another thing I did was she kept complaining about, oh, the room, like, oh my God, I do this, and this because it frustrates me to do it. And she says all that she does, right? But never takes accountability for what she actually did to start the trend.
Mm.
So let's just say she cleaned the room. All right, cool, you clean the room. But then you start putting stuff here, and you forget it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start putting your shoes over here, and now we all follow suit.
Yeah.
Mommy put her shoes right there. Next thing you know, Holly doing. So it's like, nah, but you mad, but you created it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You absolutely created. Now, okay, cool. You know, I ain't even sit here and hear you playing. I'm just gonna help clean up.
I'm with
Nah, Dane, it ain't no. Nah, because even if I come in and I start putting stuff everywhere, my wife is still going. I hate when wives say they try to point out everything you do, but the moment you try to point out the stuff that they do, oh my God, it's like, why don't bring it up when I'm talking about it? No, I hold my tongue because I refuse to sit here and go back and forth with you. But if you want to sit here and point out and do a little hit, this is the famous line. I'm not trying to offend you, or I want to make sure I say this the right way because I don't want you to think that I'm attacking you, because I'm not attacking you, but I just want you to know I really don't like when you do this, because it's like a continual thing that you do. I understand that we all make our mistakes. It's just that when you do this, you know, I saw you do the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you always got to bring up what I'm doing when I'm bringing up what you doing.
I literally held my and then, what? What?
Yeah, come and get a mic and say.
Okay, so in the example where she had the shoes, how come you couldn't just pick up her shoes instead of continuing the trend?
Break it.
All right, I got something for you. No, that's a fair question. Fair enough. Now, if we start that trend and I start doing that, what happens when you continuously having to, because we all do it to each other, but at some point, if I'm always had to clean up behind you, you always got to clean up behind me, I don't want to hear nothing about I always do. Because then I'm going to get very upset. I'm like, well, I always do too. It's going to be I
Back and
do
forth.
instead of it saying, no, I try to avoid the going back and forth,
Tit for tat.
the tit for tat. I really do try it. But it's like, I be holding my goddamn tongue all the
I
time.
think I kind of like the tip of that.
You know what?
You said you think he likes it.
Yeah,
He good. He good over there.
I think I got
he
like
get
encouraged.
bubble
He
baths.
encouraged
You know what I'm saying? He get
Tyrell like, I
Bat
am
rub,
not
yeah.
picking up the shoe. What? And somehow that turns into a bubble bath.
right.
You need to explain that one. But you know what I'm thinking about now? I think what she was saying, and I think maybe what your wife was saying, was that they really wanted to spend time with us. Like, instead of you going to play ball, maybe she wanted to spend time with you. Instead of me just getting extra rest, my wife wanted to clean up together, so we're doing something together. So it's like we're spending time. Did we miss it? Did we miss the little?
Is that what you really
Okay.
think, or are you trying to play devil's advocate for?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I really think
In certain times, you
a
think
part
that
of it.
happens.
I mean,
So you
in my
think it was
situation,
intimacy?
I think she wanted some intimacy in my situation.
Like, we doing this together. This is our thing.
But I always, this is my thing. I always do stuff like
and the time when you want to
the time
kind
where I
of,
just want to lay down.
it
it's
becomes a
like-
problem.
No. I'm like, come on, man.
What you was going to say?
I am going to give a second part of today.
Okay. Part
Hold
two.
on, before you say that,
Go ahead.
I think that there's a thin line between a woman's version of intimacy and her telling you what to do. We'll end it right there.
Oh no,
So which one
no,
feel
you
like? She was
can't.
telling me what to do.
Yes,
Okay.
most definitely.
So I did good by saying no.
Yes.
Okay. Appreciate
You
that.
did the right thing.
High five over here.
So you can do that because that's your sister.
Huh?
I said because that's your sister.
He could say.
I would say for that for
what
all of y'all, same thing. Because
Okay.
ultimately, they say they don't want to be your parent. They really do, though.
Mm.
They say, I don't want to be I'm not your mama. No, they want to be your mama. That's their role. They are the nurturer. They feel like that's the role that they're supposed to play. You made plans? Did you make plans?
Me?
Yeah.
That day?
Yeah.
Just to rest.
Rest, right?
Yeah.
You made plans?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to stick to your plans. That's what you're supposed to do.
Let's go.
You made the plans.
That's what I'm talking about.
It is not like you didn't communicate,
Right?
because that's a huge issue.
Oh yeah, Saturday. I ain't
So
got nothing
also,
planned, I'm
so
resting.
we are agreeing.
Oh, yeah.
If we make the plans and we communicated those plans,
The
and
fact
it
that
was-
you communicated what you were going to do for that time period is a clear indication that they didn't communicate properly with you. If they're telling you to do something totally opposite out of the blue,
okay,
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
they are deciding that they want to break the rules. You need to communicate. All right, I communicated. No, I don't want to do that.
It
You
is
always make your
it
own
is a
plans, huh?
communication. It is a communication thing
It's a communication.
because you have to get to the. I'm trying to think. Of course, that's happened to all of us before. So I'm trying to think, when is it good and it's okay that, all right, she didn't want me to leave even though I planned to do it. Maybe she just wanted intimacy. Or is it maybe she feels like, oh, you trying to go out and play ball, but I didn't get no time this week to do what I wanted to do. Or you wanted to rest, but I'm over here stressed
Yeah.
and I ain't getting no time to rest.
Yeah.
So now I'm pissed today that you want to
Yeah.
rest.
Exactly.
But she not communicating it
She
the right
didn't
way, to your
communicate.
point.
She didn't communicate.
But
You did.
it is it our job to read between those lines?
Yes.
And consider, okay, we both just came from this trip. I don't know all the details. Maybe we both came from this trip. We both had a long, crazy week. I'm feeling like I don't want to clean today. But did she also have the same exact thing? She went on the same trip. She was tired. I'm not saying that's the case for you. I'm just trying to think in a hypothetical. I did this with the kids. I came back. I went to work, and now this mess is here. I didn't get no time this week either. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, is that our job, even though she maybe
So
communicated it the wrong way?
so
Is
yes.
it our job
See,
to read
this
between
is where
those
it gets
lines?
tricky.
No, it doesn't.
Why?
I'll tell you why it doesn't get tricky. You know why? Because you cannot properly satisfy her unless you do what you need to do. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid, and you the person that's supposed to bring home the money, I want you to be home. I don't care. I want to be home too. But I got to go get this money.
Yeah.
I have
And in order for me
responsibility.
to handle my business, I got to go get this money, and then we can do all of the stuff in between that. I cannot properly satisfy you if I don't spend time with myself.
Yeah.
If I
agree
don't
with that.
go and take a bath, I'm not gonna be clean. I don't want you to go. I just want you to spend time with me. No, I'm gonna go bathe right now, or otherwise, I'm. Not, are you gonna clean me? No. Okay, I'm gonna go clean myself then. I have to have my time because
It's
if
important.
I don't satisfy my time, I'm not gonna be able to serve her.
Then I'm not good for nobody.
I'm
You
not
said-
gonna be good for anybody.
You said something though. You said that
That's
this
good.
This is
That
good.
Give you an
tonight.
amen right there. You
That's
good. That's good right
tonight.
there.
Oh,
I'll
I
give
love
you
it.
an
amen.
amen.
You know the high five, bro.
Or real man. That's real man talk right there.
That's-
Hashtag
So-
real man talk.
You said if I make the plans, then her jumping in is like trying to control because you're trying to parent, and
She
I'm
don't
the
want to
man.
be a parent, but she want to be a parent.
Right. So sometimes
It's
what
a
I'm
parent.
learning is like, I'm gonna
Gotta
say
get
no
that one.
because you trying to control the situation, right? Like you're not gonna just tell me to do this and this and that because I'm not your child, right? So you can't treat me that way.
Correct.
So a part of Saturday was like, no, I'm not.
So
But she still got you.
pretty much what we're
But
The next day.
Look,
The next
it's
day.
wait. So you stayed in the bed and or you actually cleaned up
Well, he got
that
up
day?
and
No,
argued. For
We
like-
argued.
He still ain't getting no rest. Nobody
I
got
didn't even
nothing.
get no rest.
He ain't nothing got clean,
If she
and I ain't
wasn't
getting no
happy,
rest.
Clean.
He wasn't gonna be
Oh,
happy.
I was going in. I was like, our daughters need to see you cleaning, and
Oh,
they don't need to see daddy cleaning.
No,
They
that's
need
what I
see
want to come
mama
back to
cleaning.
because you said
Oh, I was.
you
going
said
in.
I don't feel like this is my role. I feel like this is your role
Yes,
as the wife.
Question, did you
Yes.
actually say that though?
yes.
Like in those exact words?
I said it just like that. I said
You a bold
I
man.
can.
We need to add some
get
shot. Add some shots.
get
Pew,
up.
pew, 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 pew.
I was on it. Look,
Explosions.
y'all been
Boosh,
encouraging me
boosh,
now, so
boosh.
no. But
Say he
seriously,
look, hold up. First of all, he pulled out the 9mm. He was like, man, I don't want a 9. I pulled out a 40. And he was like, you know what? Forget this
Shotgun.
40. I pulled out the shotgun. He was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna pull out this AK, man. He was letting them out. Pop, 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 pop.
yeah,
Then he pulled- then he
put
pulled
the
out the
silencer
cannon.
on, like how
You put
you
the silencer
said.
on?
Like, hey, I've been quiet all this time. Now I'm about to take the silencer off. We about to blow some
About
holes
to make
in the
some.
wall.
Rapid fire. He was
Right.
going off. Oh, MG, you actually said that. I can't
Like,
believe
let me just load up.
Hey, that's hot right there. Because there are things that
I ain't even going clean. 'Cause That's
And
not
what?
my role in the house. Okay,
our daughters need to
I
see
eat
it.
rolls, but this not my role in the house. Okay. Give me them Hawaiian rolls over there. I eat those right now and go rest.
But you know what?
This ain't
Yeah.
it.
This
I'm gonna
cleaning
say-
thing, that's not happening today.
Yeah.
No. Y'all
Right.
seen that? Y'all seen that? Tracy, what's his name? Tracy Morgan.
Nope.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Nope. Nope.
He hit him with the nose. Nope. He hit him
Hey.
with the nose. The progressive nose.
I stood my ground. I was proud of myself. Boy, I was proud of myself.
You were proud of
That
yourself
is
today?
hot right there.
I ain't gonna
But
lie. I
then-
submitted today. I submitted
I think
today.
we
But
all
you
submit.
know-
We all
I submitted.
There's times of
We
both.
gonna have some.
I submitted today. But I can't be fair. There are days where I go to the gym and I go play ball, and you know what I'm saying, she's home. But
Right.
then there's days like today where I had already planned it, all the things I was going to do, and I didn't do what I wanted. However, today was a good day though.
Today.
And she ended up coming with me to the store. We got some content. You know what I'm saying? We was holding hands and kissing and being intimate
Right.
today.
Mhm.
And really enjoyed each other. And I didn't give her pushback,
Yeah.
especially on creative content. And then we helped each other today. Hey babe, if I get this, can you get this? And it was like we worked together
It
today.
sound like you made alternative plans.
I would say I had no choice.
I think that honestly, that's a secret. Like a little gem that you can take for yourself is you have to make plans for your plans outside of your plans, if that makes any sense. You have to go and take care of certain situations that you know you need to take care of. You know you need to go play ball because that's how you release your your energy in the proper way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to make plans for those plans because you know she's gonna have other plans for you. I know my wife gonna have different plans for me at different times, and she just is.
That's a lot
It's
of
like,
planning.
I'm not trying to plan your
Like
day.
it's a lot.
Like, why I gotta do all
I'm
that?
not trying to plan your
But
day, but
here's-
as soon as I'm on my way out the door, why don't you just do this and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to stay home. Because I've already made the additional plans to handle it in another way.
And here's the thing. Going back to that that one point that BJ was talking about, it gets tricky because if our wives said, I want to go do this, we would not say no. We would not give no pushback.
You'll learn how to.
We'll be like, go ahead. I'll take care of the kids. I'll do whatever. Like, go have your day. If you want a day, go. But the thing about giving them a day, they want to have that day with you. I don't be wanting having days with my wife. I'm gonna be honest with you. I be wanting to just be by myself. I really like when I go and I play basketball, or I'm really trying to be by myself because I'm around people all day long.
That's nature right there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out and about. So like, and I don't want to be stuck in the house having to hear my wife. She says it's not complaining, but to me it's complaining because I'm like, do something about it. Like, oh my
She's
God,
not
it's
complaining. She's just expressing her concern.
I get that, and I respect. I'm saying that find another way to talk to me about that, because that's not what I'm trying to hear right now.
Because you got solutions.
In my
You trying to solve it?
I'm like,
Solutions, you can't
in my
help it.
mind, like, let's okay, just do it. But it ain't that simple.
You're not listening to me.
You're not. Conversation today.
You're not even listening to me. You just need to stop talking.
All these
okay?
years, you still
All of
don't
these-
understand.
All of
So-
these things that you keep telling me to do, I'm not asking for a
I
solution. Wait.
legit be like,
Wait,
I don't
I
really
don't
want
think
to.
men can quantify the fact that women have a tendency to talk without wanting a solution to the problem.
They just want to talk, and then when you
We are wired for fix.
and
just
when
are.
you just listen, then they be like, so you're not gonna say nothing?
You just gonna sit there
You
quiet.
just- I don't know what you want me to do right now. I was. You want me to talk? What's up? Like
It's like I'm
confused.
talking to a wall.
Is it?
Sitting there with your blank face, just looking at me like you ain't even.
Did you hear what I said?
Are you even listening? What is the last thing I said? You said.
Ooh,
Did you hear what I
that's
just
a tough
said?
one.
Why
Yes.
did you say yes? I know you said you asked me a question, and I answered the question. What was the question? I don't remember.
You said a lot.
You said a lot. You said a lot. I know I answered your question though.
And then when you try to stop them and actually answer the question, then they don't want you to cut them off. Let me finish. You've been going for 30 minutes. I gotta say something. I'm over here.
To show you that I'm listening.
I just want to engage in the conversation. That's all.
I'm
We
here.
trying to sum it up. She be like, I didn't ask you for all that. She like, okay,
I don't know.
I would just let you talk.
just let you talk. Why you not talking? Back into the circle.
So
Cycle will right back over from the beginning.
So how often do y'all either express, communicate, agree, talk about what each other's expected roles are? Does it come up often? Or is it like I said this 5 years ago and this is what it is? How often do y'all, being all of y'all got 10 plus years, how often does that come up?
I know for me, it's kind of like a rolling. It's like a rolling movement in that area because we've been doing so much over the last few years, especially with her business and whatnot. I think that I know for sure. I tell her, like, she don't really want me to wash clothes. I'm like, I don't have a problem washing my own clothes. But she don't want me to wash the clothes. All right, cool. Then at the very same moment, she goes, well, what you gonna do if I don't wash your clothes? I'm like, You said it like it was a got you or something like that. Yeah, it's not a got you. I was like, you told me you don't want me to wash the clothes. That's fine. If you don't want me to do that, that's fine. I won't wash the clothes. I'll put the clothes in the dirty clothes. You wash them. That's what you want. What
Let's
I don't
be
want
nice.
you to do is try to get me to fold all of these clothes all at the same time when you have not organized them. Like, organize the stuff. Like, I'll help you fold the clothes. You want me to help you fold the clothes? Cool. I'll fold the clothes with you. But before we do that, we're going to organize this thing. And she don't really like to do that. She's starting to do it, but she don't really like to do it. She just like to kind of
Do it her way.
Yeah. It's like,
Organize it like
I'm
lights and darks.
here's the thing that I'm not expecting from you. I'm not expecting you to cut the yard if it need to be cut. I'm going to cut the yard. I'm going to make sure that the yard
Okay,
looks
check.
good.
Okay,
Like,
with you.
I'm not if the yard don't look good, I'm not looking to you like, well, the yard ain't been cut in a week. Why you didn't cut the yard? You do this to me, but I'm not gonna do that to you. You know, I don't have that expectation. So, but if you tell me you're gonna do something, then I'm kind of expecting you to get that done.
All right. I need to say something there because she sent me a text message, and said that she was going to clean the house. So why are we yelling at me about cleaning the house? You already said you were going to do it. So I just wanted to add that point, man.
That's a good question.
I was like, hey, you
Alright.
said you were going to clean.
So what was her response?
Well, I'm not going to clean it all by myself.
But if you say
But
you
you
want to
said
clean,
you were going to clean it.
that be the
You said you were going to clean it. I was like, hey, you text me that you were going to clean this weekend.
I got the receipt.
Right. It didn't say that we were going to clean. But
so what I'm gonna say this, right? Wait, what was your question again, BJ? Because I want to make sure.
How often do y'all talk about expectations of y'all roles?
At least once a
I
month.
think we don't even talk about it.
Once a month.
I think that's bad. I think we should talk about it, but we haven't like gone into a whole conversation about, okay, this is your role, or anything like that. We just been thank you. We just been
So
going with it.
So again, for 10 plus years, y'all been married. You saying it hasn't never like been directly discussed?
No,
It just
it's
hasn't
like
been.
just been expected. Okay, you are expected to do this, and you are expected.
So
to do
there's
that.
things that's already understood. This is what
Understood,
I'm
yeah.
always going to do, no
now,
matter
what
what.
I am learning is to communicate what I cannot do.
Mm.
That's important.
I think
Yeah.
I think I did that for the first time, or maybe the first time in a couple of years, where I literally looked to my wife. I said, "Hey, babe, I need your help." You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes my wife thinks she be helping me, and she really don't be helping me.
Mm.
And no, this is, and I'm quite sure you guys feel the
Yeah,
same
that's-
way.
that's
Like,
real.
I don't need you to tell me how to drive.
Mhm.
That's not something I need help with. You know what I'm
The
saying?
wrong direction.
And they,
Or they get paranoid and make you about to cause an accident when you saw what was finna happen. The whole, I got
like
it.
I tell my wife, I'm like, yo, I don't need you to help me with the things that I've been doing way before I met you. Like, that's just, I don't need that help.
But in her mind, you wasn't doing it right all this time until I
That's why
came.
she's telling you.
That's why I'm here. I've been watching you for the last 15 years do this, and you ain't been doing it right.
However, where I do need her at, it's kind of like, well, I don't have the time to do that. Or I can't. Oh, well, I don't feel like I should be helping you do that. You know, like for me, I've said this before, I'm a words of affirmation person. I need my wife to affirm me. I don't care how bad you feel or what you're going through. If you can literally listen to affirmations all day, but you cannot affirm your husband with those affirmations that you listening to, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you are my wife is a physical touch and she's an action, all that kind of stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm touching you, I hug you, I give you kisses. You know what I'm saying? I help out around the house. I make sure that I'm cleaning up, I'm doing my part. Even going to work a full day, we're talking about 15 plus hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Still coming home, making sure stuff is done. I don't ask for much.
Right.
help me in the areas that I need. Okay, instead of you doing content for everybody else, can you do content for my brand again? Because when you did content for my brand, I was getting a lot of views, I was getting a lot of likes, I was getting this. But now since you fell off of doing it for me, it's like, can help me there, because that's where you're needed for me right now. And then just make sure you're available to sexually stimulate me, because as much as
So this is what you talk about?
I've expressed this.
So you do talk about roles.
I know. Well, I don't do it as much. I just said I did it recently. So I'm just talking about what I expressed recently.
So you never talked about this before?
We have, but it seems like it happens every now and again. Like we'll be on like a week run, and then after that, it's like,
when it's off track. That's when you talk about it.
And then it's like when you try to say something, it
Can you make that sound one more time? Sorry.
You know, it just comes to a point to where it's like, you feel the frustration in the room. You feel the frustration on her. But it's like, I'm frustrated too. I can't show my frustration, because the moment I show my frustration, then all hell will break loose in the house. You know what I'm saying? But I give you the space to show your frustration, to have your frustration, to have your moment. You know what I'm saying? But
it's against the rules for you to have frustration.
Supposed to be calm, cool, collected.
Yes. Dying to self. Ain't that something?
You did good, man.
Ain't that something?
We ended up coming back around and spending time with the wives and fulfilling their needs, right? That's what we did.
But I mean, to BJ's point, I think that is a good place for communication, especially on a consistent basis, because I think that the roles can change up slightly over time, especially as you know, James, for an example, has switched up jobs a couple of times, right? You start doing your side business as well, and then, you know, we add stuff like this podcast. Our schedule has changed quite a bit.
Yep.
So our roles in the household and on the go change as well, and we have to be able to communicate that with our spouses so that we can keep, I won't say peace, but we can keep some level of understanding in the house so that we can move forward. Otherwise, we end up getting kind of stuck in ruts all the time.
Yeah.
My wife hadn't worked since 2020, and she just started back working earlier this year. So for the last 3 years, she's been responsible for picking up the kids. You know, like time day in, day out. She dropped the kids off. She picked the kids up from school. She's the person that's been dealing with them when it comes to homework and class schedule, and knowing what they need to wear, and knowing where they need to be, and knowing what event is going on with the school. Now it's kind of like shifted sort of, where I'm more responsible for a lot of that stuff. We still kind of share some of those responsibilities, but now I pick up the kids.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'm responsible for dropping the kids off. No, not for the most part. I am responsible for dropping the kids off in the morning. That's my job, which it's been her job for like the last 3 years, and we kind of shared it last year as she first started working, but it's like that's now 100% my role.
Was that discussed, or was that just like,
it was just reality?
Just
what's needed.
And the reality.
I got a question. How do I don't know, maybe you guys see it, but how do you feel about a lot of men who are attacking men who are not, let's just say, paying 100% of the bills, or who is not doing every single thing in the house? How do you feel about those conversations that are going around like that, saying that your woman shouldn't respect you if you're not doing X, Y, Z, or you're you know, saying you shouldn't get no sex, you shouldn't get no this, you shouldn't get no that if you're not 100% taking care of everything in the house to make the woman's life more easy? You ever heard it?
I haven't heard any of those, but I mean, it sounds ridiculous. I mean, we don't
Like in the marriage?
In the marriage.
We don't live in that type of, for normal, regular everyday people. We don't live in that type of economy, especially now. Like maybe 3 years ago and before to probably about 2018, from that period of time, maybe, because it was a little bit different between that period of time. Money actually can stretch and go somewhere. But I mean, in today's world, that don't even make sense unless you talking about a super breadwinner. We talking about $200,000 to $500,000 K earners. If you're not making $200,000 to $500,000, that conversation doesn't even quantify. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I would want to know what what section of people would say that. I can only think that it could be a certain type of
Super breadwinner.
female that would say that a man doesn't deserve this if he's not doing
No,
X,
a
Y,
man,
and Z.
a man said
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I've seen a few men say that. That was like, if your wife is paying even a portion of the bills, you shouldn't get any sex. If your wife is working and you're not the one that's doing all that you can, your wife should not respect you. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things like that, and it's like, these are guys that some of these guys that I've watched, they've come from nothing, and now they have something, but now it's like, oh, because I got it now. You know what I'm saying? If I could get the money right now, woo, and do, I always took care of the bit.
Fatherless kids.
I just, that's
Yeah, I
just
don't-
one of the things that I
I
keep
don't know.
seeing in social media.
This is what
Do
they
you think?
fatherhood looks like? Like it appears to me like they're not looking at this from a practical standpoint. They're looking at this from
It's like a
superficial-
false alpha male type of
Exactly.
macho
kind of
thing.
superficial.
Yeah,
Like, I
So-
mean, for people who are like serious breadwinners, then I can understand that conversation, because it's like, why aren't you? You make enough money. Why are you putting yourself in a situation where you are allowing them to pay for their own stuff? Like, that's just don't make a lot
I don't
of
think
sense.
it's even a lie. It's just, what if that's what the woman wants to do?
Right,
Like,
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying,
so
like,
yeah.
For the most part, if you make that kind of money, you're looking for an independent. You're not looking for an independent woman. You are looking for a dependent woman. You're looking for a woman that wants to be a servant to you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean like, you want a woman that wants to be for you and not for the streets.
Yeah.
You
So-
want a woman that wants to serve you just as much as you want to serve her. And you can serve her financially, and you can serve her with by means of your ability to go get money, essentially. But outside of that, it's like,
And I think
regulation.
ideally we all want to,
Right,
if we could, in an ideal world, we all want to get to
in
the
an ideal
place
world, of course,
to where the woman or the wife doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to.
but to suggest
but to
that
say
the man
that,
shouldn't get respect, and they are going out to go get money. You know, they just don't make enough money in their current profession. That's silly for you.
Now, I can see the argument if somebody is saying, hey, a man chooses not to work, a man is lazy, you
Yeah.
don't deserve X, Y, and Z,
Exactly.
you know, because you don't deserve any respect
You
as a
don't.
man if you are
Yeah.
lazy, you
I-
have no worth ethic, you have
I can-
no
I can agree
drive.
with that. If somebody they're not going out to go do nothing, that's a totally different conversation. But
But if they put in the work and
they
put in the effort.
I don't see why.
So this is for all you men out there who are actually working and doing what you're supposed to do, and you're doing all that you can to provide for your family. Keep providing for your family. Keep doing whatever you got to do to make sure that you're doing something to prove or to yourself and to your family that you're trying to get the bag and set up a course for your family that is going to bring financial freedom, not just to you for right now, but for generations to come. Because I think that is literally all of our goals right now, especially in this current economy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been talking to a bunch of ladies that come through my workplace, especially when they come to they come with their boyfriends or their husbands, just having that conversation, because a lot of these women, they will literally pay for the food, or they will pay for something, or they'll be like, I got it. Do you guys have a problem with your wives or your spouses telling you they got it, babe? You ain't got to pay for it. Do y'all have a problem with that?
No.
Do you pay for every single thing when you go out, or do you give your spouse the opportunity to buy things? So if you go to the grocery store and your wife says, I got it, babe, don't worry about it. Are you going to allow her to pay for the groceries? Or are you going to allow her to say, babe, I got the food for today? I see some faces over here.
Go ahead.
So for me personally, like, you know, we share, like, our accounts are joint, stuff like that. So, we both have access to the money. But I always feel some kind of way when she's paying, like at the grocery store, or she pays and signs for the bill. That's just like a internal thing. I know it's my money. Like, she could be using my card to pay, whatever the case may be. But because I can see her doing it, I do feel some kind of way.
Why do you feel some type of way?
I don't know if it's just maybe the perception that it gives.
Yeah, it's the
I definitely don't like the man that I see this all the time. The woman is at the grocery store, she's getting all the groceries. He's just on the phone, like not engaged. They go to the register. She bags everything up. She pays for everything, and he's just standing there.
Well,
I'm like, I can't do that.
That's the same person that we was just talking
But that's not what you're doing, though. That's not what I'm asking.
But visually, maybe what I guess what I say is, like, on the outside looking in, like, you guys might see me standing next to my wife. She's paying for our bill or our groceries with my money from my account, but you see her pay, so you thinking less of me when that's really not the case. I think just outside, I kind of have a piece of that perception.
That stuff don't bother me at all.
It don't bother me.
I guess I don't really
I let her do it, but it's just
But you say you feel something like, because I literally had a conversation. I had a conversation with I think I talked about this last time, but I have more conversations because it's very interesting to me when I see the woman tries to pull their card out, and I actually see men say, no, I got it, and I be like, I asked them, I'm like, why would you stop her for doing that for you? And they get stuck. I never thought about that. Like, yeah, if she's saying, I got it, babe, why are you taking that away from her instead of allowing her to pay for that for you? Do you feel less of a man because your woman, the woman that you say you love, wants to buy something from you? You're literally going to stop her from saying, babe, I got it, with her own money?
I mean, I wouldn't stop that. But it's just
BJ thinking real hard over here.
I'm trying to think. So no,
yeah,
I see it all the time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I see it all the time. So, and I like I said, these women say, I don't have a problem with it, even though society is making this whole big ordeal about it. I necessarily don't have a problem with it because I'm doing it for my man. Now, they do say if there was an option where I'm doing it all the time, then it becomes like I'm being used. Yeah. But to show appreciation, what it came, I don't mind it. But it seemed like every guy that come in, I seen the guy pull out and I got it. It's like they fighting over.
That's the perception.
Yeah. I think so. Two things. I'm gonna answer the other question, but to that, I think it probably depends on. To me, my mindset is it probably depends on what stage of the relationship you're in. If we're dating, I'm taking you out. And then the wife or the girlfriend want to be like, "Oh, it's okay, I got it." I'm like, "Heck no, you don't got it. I took you out. Like I'm courting you. I'm trying to pursue you. I'm trying to, etc." But or maybe we just
isn't she doing the same thing?
No.
Why not?
Because that's not.
That's not what we're doing. If you asked her out, she accepts. Isn't she doing the same thing to you?
No, because one person is doing the asking and one person is doing the receiving. Your job is to receive me pursuing you, not to turn around and do X, Y, and Z. Now, if let's say in an example, I have a stranger and we sitting in Starbucks or restaurant and I'm sitting down about to pay for my coffee, and I'm talking about if I'm single and whatever, and a girl sees me attractive and wants to just step in, oh, let me pay for your coffee. Okay, shoot, all right, girl, do your thing. And then maybe that's a thing. But if I'm pursuing you and I'm trying to court you, then I'm paying for it. Now, if we've been in a marriage for a while or been in a long-term relationship, to your point, we got the same account and all this stuff. But me and my wife just had this conversation like 2 months ago. She was saying about the perception, especially about black people, and how people need to see black men doing things like that, paying for stuff, doing all these opening doors, all just kind of the things. And I was like, I can understand that. I just don't feel that way, especially because I know, again, right now at the time, I was the only one working. We share an account, so you just pulling out the card just to pay for something that I've provided. So I don't care about somebody walking by just thinking, oh, there go, BJ's wife paying for the stuff. To me, I'm confident because I've done what I needed to do to make sure that was in the account and paid and did all this stuff, all the stuff paid for. So if you want to just take the card out and give it to the waitress, like I don't feel some type of way about that because I know I've already doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think there's a separation. There is the man standing by watching his woman pay, and then there is the universal standing behind your girl while she pays.
All right.
Those are two different types of men.
Is the
same stand?
You know this nigga, bro. He's standing right behind. He got his.
He's standing right behind. He got his hands. That is the universal
The
sign.
leech.
I ain't got no money.
Right.
And she paying for everything.
She paid for everything.
Which in some cases she's completely agreed to do that. And then in other cases,
I have heard that.
He's just trying to take advantage. So, but it's still the same sign. Like they still do the same thing. Whereas he's standing next to his woman with a card, next to her while she pays. He might be on her phone, might be on his phone, because he know he's secure, right?
Right.
Security is the security in his posture is totally different. He's not saying,
I like that. I like that.
I hope she pay. He's like, the money in the account.
Right.
So use it.
Yeah.
It's a
Use
security
your
thing.
card.
So I think that the situation kind of boils down to, where's the money actually coming from to your situation? You guys have a joint account, right? So y'all using the same money. It don't matter. The household is using the same money. It don't really matter. Who want to pay for it? All right, cool. You pay for it. That's fine. It really don't matter.
It don't matter.
We in this for the long haul, and we in this together. So
I like those answers. I think that everybody pretty much is on the, because like I said, I see women all the time, man, that come to both of the places I work, and they don't mind paying for it. But it seems like, I think I said this in the last episode, it's like only in the black community where we're making a big fuss about roles, when other cultures don't have this debate, they don't have this argument. Man, the women that I talk to, I'm telling you, they are straight from they either they white or they from other culture, and they have no problem with it. They really don't. They're like,
With what specifically you saying?
like paying for bills. They don't mind going 50-50. They don't mind all of those things because they understand the assignment understand their assignment and its totality. Like, we're here to build a family. We're here to build a community. We're here to literally create something together. It's only in the black community where we literally have to hold these high standard bars. Like, I get the high standards, but it's like, let's build these standards together. Most of the stuff we're building off of the perception of everybody else.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, there's a historical connotation to that, which is like a whole nother story. So I understand. Most people don't understand why that's an argument in the first place. But
so why is it as an argument? So say why is an argument? Because we hear
it's a broken family. Like the father was taken out of the family many moons ago, and we just been dealing with a situation of, well, who's responsible? The woman has been forced to be responsible, not because she wanted to necessarily be responsible. She was placed into that role.
I disagree.
Necessity.
I disagree.
Your mom was one.
I again,
Not
I'm
placed
talking
in
about
the situation not placed in the situation because she wanted to be, but out of reality. You understand what I'm saying?
I know.
Damn, fired up.
Okay.
No, just seriously, like
No, I know.
from a serious standpoint.
I am.
A lot of black males were targeted, legitimately targeted and arrested and taken out of the home and replaced by the welfare system.
Which led to what is what you're trying to say? I'm sorry.
What?
You're saying that led to
It led to the situation where we don't understand who the responsibility belongs to.
right. Okay.
And so there is a legitimate reason why there's an argument about this, because that role has been played
In our culture.
In our culture, yeah.
Mhm.
It has been played by both. We have fully together families like yours who mother, father been in the home the whole time. Never had that conversation. It was just understood that, hey, look, we're going to take care of this thing together, right? I'm going to go to work. We're going to make sure this stuff get paid. We're going to make sure we stay out of debt. We're going to do all of this stuff together, whereas we have other homes that have been broken, not necessarily because they wanted to break it up, but because it got broken up. And as a result, the people who were responsible for handling the money was a woman, sadly, but true. And as a result, we've been kind of playing catch up. So trying to play a resolution role. Hey, who needs to do this? Who needs to do that? You should be doing it. You know, this person. It turns into a perception argument, but it's really not a perception argument. The people who you're talking to haven't had that experience yet, but it's coming because they're up next. If you didn't know, they're experiencing what we've experienced over the last 40 to 60 years. They are now experiencing that same situation where the father is being removed from the home. So, sad reality, they will too have this same conversation very soon, because that role will be transferred to the woman. Just will. I mean, assuming that this society don't all the way break down the nonsense that we're dealing with right now. But anyway,
So
there is a reason why we have this argument in our community. So it's a healthy argument, but most people don't understand why we're having it.
Understood. So I think this is a very, very funny and productive. I mean, God, dog, Tony, I was like, what the heck?
That's it. I said what I said.
Hey, but no, for real though, this was very healthy. I think we should continue this, because this was very healthy and fun. Listen, if y'all not following Real Man Be Talking podcast, man, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and also like, comment, share. You know what I'm saying, and let us know. Give us your feedback. We definitely just want to have fun and just really enjoy these moments of having great conversations about our personal lives and a lot of situations that's going on in the world. I don't know about you, but I love the Lord, and this is a great moment in time and space for you to literally find God. God is here for you. God wants you to be a part of his family. He sent his son Jesus to literally be the ultimate sacrifice for all of our sins, so there could be an open relationship with the Father again. So, man, accept our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, so that way you can be able to be saved. You know what I'm saying? You can be able to live a life that is full of abundance, because that's what we ultimately want to live. All right? Listen, I love you all. We love you all. We thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next time. This is Real Man Be Talking podcast, where every man has a story, and this is ours. Peace.
Man, go clean that house.
ASAP. Play your role.
Play your role.
Whatever
That's the
that
title of the episode. Play your role.
Oh, play your role.